All right, guys, well, welcome to the first episode of Coffee and Cats. We have coffee and not cats plural, but a cat at least. So we are out here. Let's do a spin. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Do a spin.
Oh yeah, we're doing a spin.
We're out here near the Fraser River, where we live, and it's a beautiful day today. It's pretty cold though, so we're gonna go for a walk. So let's go this way.
Yeah, let's do it.
We decided to do this because it's a little difficult to film videos with a Sphynx in the winter in Canada. Surprise.
Yeah. It's a wee bit chilly without fur.
Just a little bit.
A wee bit chilly.
But we realized we haven't done an update on our allergies, on Rue's health, on a whole bunch of things for the channel. So we're gonna take this opportunity today to try and film a bit of content. We're gonna see how long I can hold this ridiculous looking selfie stick while I talk about my cat on YouTube.
Yes.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Anyway,
It just happened.
yeah, it kind of just happened. But so I guess the first thing we're going to talk about today is our allergies.
Yeah.
Because we have a video on our channel. You can go back and check it out if you want. I think I can't remember what the title is, but you can ascertain from the title of the video that we are talking about our allergies. Last summer we went and did an allergy test, and we both came back. We tested for a bunch of things, but we both came back apparently severely allergic to cats.
And they told us to get rid of our cat.
Right, and the doctor told us to get rid of our cat. That was actually his advice. He looked us straight in the eyes. He's like, I would advise you get rid of your cat.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Who says that? But anyways, that's okay.
Crazy.
I mean, that is his job, I guess, to tell us how to live a better life with our allergies. But yeah, that's,
What are you gonna
that's
do?
an odd thing to say to someone.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Clearly, he's not a big animal person.
No, probably not.
Clearly not.
So anyway, we did the allergy test. It's the one where they poke your arm with a bunch of needles and they put a whole bunch of things on there. We also got tested for a bunch of different trees because we are allergic to those. And so what happened was it came back was cats was actually the worst allergen that we both have. We both reacted pretty severely on the spot on our arm where he poked. But
2 times.
But here's the kind of cool thing. So we have an opportunity now to talk a little bit about what that actually means. So as you can tell, Maiva has Rue in her jacket up against her. So if we're so allergic to cats, how is she able to do that? I guess the first thing we should talk about is what kind of reactions we had. So one of the things that we had was we had a bump show up on our skin where it was poked that was extremely itchy. It was very inflamed. It took a few hours to go away, which right off the bat tells us, as we know from having cats in our life, that skin contact with cats, it's a no-go.
Not so great.
Yeah, it's a no-go.
But what makes her so unique is that she doesn't have fur to hold in all the allergens that come from her saliva and from her dander. So because we wash her every week, yeah, she might have the same amount as a normal cat allergy-wise, but because of all of those things, it helps significantly reduce it. Which, honestly, let me be honest, right here, right now, I am deathly allergic to cats. I go to friends' houses and I die. But with Rue, because we are able to bathe her every week, I'm actually able to slowly build up my tolerance to cats because we got her as a kitten, which typically really helps when you're growing up with a cat to desensitize.
It's true.
But with her, I was able to not only do that, but also get closer to her. I rub my face in her. Whereas with a normal cat, I can't do that because they have so much of the allergens that they're holding in their fur that I can't even give myself that chance.
Right, and that's a big point to make is, yes, apparently they do have slightly reduced FeLD1 glycoproteins in their saliva, but the biggest issue that we found was actually the dander.
Yeah.
And the dander specifically that's held back in their hair. Hi. We are on a public trail today, so you might see some...
I gotta do a cat reassessment.
We lost the bunny.
We've fallen. Ooh, there
Cat
you go.
down.
I've lost a bit of weight, so the jacket's not as tight on me anymore, so she can't be held up as easily.
It almost became an episode of just coffee.
I love it.
No cats.
And just a cat one. Oh, she wants to walk, but she sees this white stuff on the ground, and she's like, yes,
Yeah, and
good.
she's not a fan. And apologies if you hear construction noise. You could probably see it over there.
Probably not
There's
with the sun.
yeah, probably not actually with the sun. Good point. Okay, so back to that point on pet dander. So obviously with dander, it's a lot easier for it to stick around on a pet with fur, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes sense.
Yeah.
And so
Get
that's
on all your furniture as well.
yeah, absolutely. And so the combination between the slightly reduced FeLD1 glycoprotein as well as the fact that her skin can't really store all that dander under her fur and that she sheds a lot less. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but she barely has any whiskers.
Yeah.
Like some Sphynx cats have pretty good whiskers and
Yeah.
she's pretty hairless. Like she doesn't even have much for whiskers.
The whiskers grow about 2 centimeters and then they fall out. It's kind of their thing.
Bizarre.
We actually had someone very concerned, who we love very much.
Oh, yeah.
Was like, I hope you're not cutting your Sphynx's whiskers because that's terrible. And I'm like, no. We would never do something so terrible.
She couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and she was like, so you don't cut them? I'm like, absolutely not. They grow to about 2-3 centimeters and then they fall out by themselves.
Yeah, not even
So,
that.
Yeah.
Like
so
they're maybe
tiny.
a centimeter and a half.
That's probably why she like digs herself into holes that she can't get out of. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because that's what the whiskers are there for. But with her, she doesn't have them, so she digs herself underneath the sofa and then realizes, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone this far.
Well, here's something really interesting about that is cats use their whiskers to actually hunt.
Yeah.
It's how they, so when a cat pounces on something and it has long whiskers, their whiskers, they actually tighten the skin around their mouths and the whiskers kind of point forward a little bit, and that's so that they can find prey and bring it into their mouth a lot easier. One thing that we noticed with Rue, she is absolutely terrible at getting food in her face.
That is so true. I've never seen a cat so uncoordinated with getting a treat in her face.
We'll
Like,
put a
it's
treat
impressive.
down on the floor and she'll sit there for, 5-6 seconds trying to figure out where it is. Almost right under her nose before she
Yeah.
can get it in her mouth. And it's not an issue with, I don't think, her motor control skills or anything like that, because when she's hunting and she's using her paws and we're
she's
playing with toys,
incredible.
she's incredible. She
Yeah.
catches stuff out of the air like you
Yeah.
wouldn't believe. But that's kind of one interesting thing to know about the breed is that their reduced, I guess, length or lack of whiskers, maybe that has something to do with the fact that
Yeah.
they just can't put stuff in their face.
Yeah.
All right, so we are living proof, as I said, that we have severe cat allergies. That's our doctor's words, not ours. But you can actually cohabitate with a Sphynx.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna sit here and say it's perfect. I actually don't have any kind of symptoms at all. Maiva is not quite as fortunate, but Maiva is also allergic to planet Earth.
Yes.
So she takes a lot of meds for that, which probably doesn't help.
So something to be aware of, the reason why we're even able to have a Sphynx and have her living with us without too much allergies is we are obsessively compulsive about changing filters in the house. We have
For the furnace.
For the furnace, yeah. We have absolutely no carpet in the house, and we have a RoboVac that cleans our house, the floor daily. I mean, those are drastic measures, but you know what? For people like me, there's no other choice. If we want to have pets, we've got to go to those extremes, and it's worth it. Every second of it is worth it, because then we get to have these animals in our lives that I would never be able to have before.
Well, and let's be honest here. When we did the allergy test, if a normal house cat puts us at a 10, with Rue, what are you at on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like, keep in mind though, she's my cat. We've had her since she was a kitten. I've very significantly decreased my allergens to her. She's probably about a 4 with me. But keep in mind, I'm taking allergy meds every single day. We're cleaning the house every day. She doesn't sleep in our bedroom. That's actually an off-limits area that we have been absolutely adamant about, that she does not get to sleep in our bedroom or our bed. Our bedrooms are safe zones from her.
Costume change!
Hello.
So we were a little warm.
Yeah.
It's like 3 degrees Celsius out here today, which doesn't sound warm, but with this sun, it is incredible. It's incredible how warm this is.
Canadians at work over here, I guess.
Yeah, so where were we? Right, so Maiva is a 4 out of 10.
Wait, what? Really? we clearly need to have a talk about this. I'm a 4.
So Maiva's a 10 out of 10. But her allergies to Rue is about a 4 out of 10.
Thank you for that correction.
If I had to guess, my cat allergies were actually worse than hers during the testing, but I would say I am a 0.5 out of 10. Maiva still has to take a lot of allergy meds, but keep in mind, like I said, she is allergic to planet Earth, so it compounds all of her allergens that she has, so that's why she reacts a little bit more in, everyday exposure to Rue, but not so much when we did the test. So, but because we have allergen-based asthma, it's something that we were very worried about when we first got Rue. We weren't sure, how were we going to react to this? But I can say right now, it's very manageable just with our daily routine that we already do. I mean, Maiva takes inhalers and puffers and all kinds of stuff for her asthma anyway. So you're basically prepared.
I'm drugged up. I know it sounds weird, but medication that's been prescribed by doctors. Let's just be clear about that.
Right. That's a good point to make.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Let's get on to the second topic today for Coffee and Cats.
Hello.
We wanted to do a little health update on Rue.
Yeah.
Because if you go back and watch the beginning videos on our channel, she had a lot of health issues.
Yeah.
This little girl wasn't supposed to make it. It cost a lot of money, took a lot of time, and a lot of syringes down a Sphynx's throat. She's been to the vets I don't know how many times now, but they are very pleased with her health and where she's at. The other thing is, too, with her weight. I mean, when we got her, she was a runt and she was tiny. She was skin and bones.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't, when we got Rue, she was, she would have been 12 weeks.
When we got her?
Yeah, I believe when we got her, I believe she was 12 weeks old, and she was 1.7 pounds.
She was below the weight, and that was after we had her for a couple of days.
That's insane.
Feeding her. The previous owner, I call her that because she's not a breeder.
No.
She definitely didn't care for her animals the right way. Whether she knew that the cats were sick or not, I mean, that we'll never know. But now we know that she's in a much better home being taken care of, which makes us pretty happy.
All right, so that brings us to the next thing that we wanted to talk about today, and you've probably all heard this if you either A, have a Sphynx of your own, know someone who has a Sphynx, or have done any kind of research online. They talk about, we're losing her. They talk about their energy levels.
She's such a goof.
She is a goof. What are you doing?
What are you doing, bunny?
Rue's energy levels. She's not abnormal, I guess, because Sphynx are full of crazy amounts of energy. But like on a day today, for example, we knew that we just had to get her out of the house because it's been a few days. She parkours and runs around the house constantly. And the thing that's hilarious with Rue is you'll enter a different room and you'll come back out and she'll be waiting for you on the other side. And as soon as she sees you, she does that lurchy back and she peels off and just starts running and she wants you to chase her.
Yeah.
It's incredible the amount of energy they have.
Oh my gosh.
So this is for people that are wanting a Sphynx. They do have lots of energy from our experience, what we have witnessed. I mean, I'm sure there's some out there that are fat and lazy. You've all seen them. They look like giant Christmas hams or turkeys on the internet. But at least in our experience, she has an incredible amount of energy that, well, you just need to burn off. I mean, if you don't, just know that your house is gonna suffer, you're gonna suffer, and your furniture's gonna suffer, as well as your sanity.
Oh, the sanity goes first.
All right, we're sorry if we have a lot of cuts in this video. Because this is a really popular trail, there's quite a few dogs out here.
Yeah.
And Rue is still not sure about dogs, so every once in a while we have to stop recording and just kind of guard any dogs that want to run up and see her.
But they're all so sweet. They just want to play, and she's just like, no, you're too big.
Well, that's the worst part is they all come up, just
quick.
Excited. They just want to see her and smell her and ask her if she wants to be buds, and she's having none of it.
Yeah. Any old dog, I feel like she does actually really well with old dogs because they don't have as much energy, and when they come up, they're much slower, and they're just like, oh, hello. I'm just like, oh, I don't know about you, but I kind of like you, and so it's been going good.
But that's one thing that we've been working on is we're trying to get her exposed to dogs because we do want a Portuguese water dog one day.
Yeah.
And they're a high energy breed. Obviously, it's a little different when you get them as a puppy and the cat has time to kind of figure out what they're about. But so far, she's undecided on dogs and if she's a fan or not.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of something that we should probably talk about in this video is, so now that Rue is almost 10 months old, she's become a very good jumper. I mean, we already knew she was a good jumper, but she has now figured out what the counters are.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
We got away for so long without her knowing. Not anymore.
Now, and the thing is, this is something that's controversial, widely debated amongst cat owners. Should you let your cats up on the counter? Should you not? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I mean, that's your own personal preference. For us, I know that we've had to clean poo off her feet before when she comes out of the litter box. So that is already a no-go for our bed and our bedroom. Uh-oh, allergies. That's it? 3?
There's another one in there. I can
Okay,
feel
we're
it.
going for a high score.
Yeah, sorry, we're good.
All right.
Sorry.
So that's something for us that we didn't want to have, is we didn't want Rue to go in our bed, especially because, yeah, they do track poo on their pads. I mean, you think about it. They use a litter box that's full of cat waste and they step in it.
It happens.
It's going to be on their pads.
Yeah.
So some people don't mind that being up on their counters around where they're preparing food and stuff. For us, we didn't really like the idea. So we're trying to keep her off the counters as best as we can.
Yeah.
But how are we doing that?
So we've done a couple different tests. We've used spray water on her. She doesn't like that. She runs, but she doesn't learn from it.
We also pointed a finger at her and said, no,
that
don't
she
do that.
Just tries to bite your finger.
Well, she just purrs.
Yeah, she purrs.
Yeah, when you
bites
look at her
your
and say,
face,
no,
bites
that's
your
so
finger.
bad, she just sits there and goes, why are you looking at me? I love you. And
You
just purrs
love me,
so
love
hard.
me back. And we've also tried a lot of timeouts, which is basically we catch her when she's doing what she's doing and we put her in the bathroom and close the door, and we always do it about 5 minutes.
We set a Google alarm for 5 minutes. She probably spends about a half hour in the bathroom every day. But we've also, we've tried a new tactic now, is we've moved to a sticky packing tape, which is just like a clear tape that you can buy from the dollar store.
It's non-toxic.
Yeah, non-toxic, but we've found that that has been by far the most effective at keeping her off there, because when she jumps up on the counter, she feels that sticky tape on her pads and she jumps down. So, and one thing we wanted to say as well is, like, I know it sounds like we're complaining, but we researched everything you could possibly imagine about this breed before we got Rue.
Yeah.
So we were prepared, like we knew what we were getting into, but it's just something that I guess a lot of people don't do as often, is they don't do enough research and figure out, because, you know, I mean, we could have her for 15 years, right?
Yeah.
So make sure you're getting the right pet.
Yeah, we need to know if she was gonna fit in with us. And you know what? Something that was actually quite funny for us is that we're not fast moving people. We don't go skiing and snowboarding every day and exercise every day. Curtis exercises every day. I don't. But that's about as much as we do exercise-wise. And to have a cat that has so much energy is actually forced us to get outside and take her out for walks and go out and do stuff.
It's been awesome.
It has actually been really great for us. And you know what? This
We
is
got a
something-
cat to go outdoors.
Yeah, how weird is that? But you know what? It works for us. And we're actually so grateful that we found her, and her personality is exactly what we wanted.
With a little bit of extra sass on the
a
top.
lot of extra sass. But we're so appreciative of her and her personality. I mean, if we had just gotten a cat that was lazy just like us, my goodness, we'd never leave our sofa. So, you know what?
Maybe we should have, now that I think about it.
No, not
Can we
for
trade her
me.
in?
No, we can't trade her in. No, not with this bandana.
Yeah, we can't. Not with the bandana.
The bandana,
Pre-bandana, we were
Oh,
probably going to trade her in on a
Gone.
better model, but
Gone.
post-bandana is, she's here to stay.
Yeah, so thank you so much, you guys, for hearing our rants and hearing what we've been doing with our cat and our lives. And thank you so much for following us, you guys. If you like us, want to hear more about us, learn about us, please like, subscribe, leave us comments on things you'd love to see. We are so excited when we hear comments from you guys, and we love to respond to all of your comments as best we can. And you know what? if you have any suggestions on things you want to see, let us know. I mean, we just
Drop it below.
Yeah, please do. We love having extra ideas, things that we can do. And you know what? To be honest, Rue is loving the attention, and it just fits in her personality. She thinks she's a princess, and you guys are definitely making her feel that way. Thank you so much, you guys. We love you guys, and please keep watching.